Hi, this is a Pyxis supply cabinet. Here at St. Francis, we've chosen to automate some of our supply processes to, number one, provide nursing with a steady stream of supplies and to also alert materials when you need things for your unit. Pyxis Supply takes care of two things. It charges your patient for items that are chargeable, but then it also accounts for them and orders automatically what we need to bring to refill your cabinet. It's a simple process to use, and we'll get into that right now. When you come up to Pyxis, this is a touch screen, and you'll have a logon, and that is normally your IDX logon. As you type that in, there is no password required. When you hit Take and Return on your screen, it will bring you to the local list for the unit of which you're serving at that time. On this screen, you have the ability to sort and make it a little easier to find your patient. Some nurses like to sort by the room and bed, so you can hit that at the top and it puts them all in numeric order. Some nurses like to sort by the alphabetical name, and you can go ascending or descending by hitting this up here. You also have the ability to hit patient search, and you can begin typing your patient's name. There's no Smith on this unit, but I can search and find a patient. She's in another room. So I just select her, and she is available for me now to issue items to. So if I can't find my patient by searching the local list, what do? I can hit the Global tab, which is right here, and it will allow you to see all patients in the house. Many times a transferred patient won't yet be on your local screen, but it may be on the other unit. So I can hit Patient Search again and look up that patient, and I see all patients that are on that unit, and perhaps I'm looking for this patient is going to transfer in. So I've now selected her, and I can use her to get items for this unit. Now, if I can't find my patient at all, what do? I can hit Add Patient, and the process for doing that is to basically put last name, first name, and it really is very helpful if you put in the bed number as well. And I just hit OK. Please never change the patient ID. That tells us what unit and what station that patient was added on, and it helps us reconcile later. So I have now added this patient, and she is now available to us to take items out of the cabinet. So the next step, no matter who your patient is to now hit the Select Items button. When I hit this button, you can hear every door unlock on your cabinet. There are cabinets. The cabinets are set in a certain format that kind of try to group like items with like items. Urology items are together. Suctioning items or respiratory items are together. We try to put wound care and other things and all IV solutions all together. The other thing is, if you have a really small item, is to remember that there is also a drawer. Every cabinet comes with a drawer and contains items that are small in nature and don't take up much space. So this allows us to put things like little IV caps, tiny little things, into the drawer, and you can easily find them. The way that the cabinet works is there is a Take and a Return button on every item. Take is the format to which you would remove that item for the patient. You can see that item is on the screen. If, for instance, I want to remove more than just one of that item, I can use my keyboard and type in, say, 5. I did that too slow. I can touch it on the screen, and I can use my keyboard to type in a 5, and that will now take 5 for Mrs. Hazelman. Now, if it turns out that I didn't mean to take 5, I can simply hit the Return button, and it will set the amount. I'm only going to take 2. Now, the other great thing about Pyxis is I don't have to log back in. I can continue and take out another couple of items for Mrs. Hazelman and get what I need to take care of her at that time. Now, if you're complete with what you needed for your patient, the next step is to review what you've taken out, make sure your amounts are correct, and then simply hit Exit. And now the doors relock and are ready for the next clinician to access. This is another part of Pyxis that we use on open shelves. These are for items that are traditionally floor stock, probably fast movers or things you use a lot of on the unit but don't cost a lot. The great thing about this technology is it allows us, without you having to log in, for us to keep track of what you're using on the unit and to be alerted if you're running low. These are jitterbugs. They are a just-in-time replenishment buddy from Pyxis, and they go along with your supply cabinet. Each one is labeled with what item it is representing, and it, just like within the cabinet, has a take and a return button. So the wonderful thing with these is as you come into the room, you don't have to log in, and you simply hit take before you take, and you have the supplies that you need. And if it turns out you don't need them, you can return them to the bin and hit return, again, without logging in. Now, if you are logged into the cabinet and you need a jitterbug item, go ahead and use it. It will be fine and it will record it. These items are not charged to patients. These are simply charged to your unit. But the jitterbug is a great technology that allows us to keep your levels always there for you when you need them, and to alert us when you're getting low. Thank you. Always hit take before you take.